Servus, pfiat euch, and welcome to a new episode of my knitting podcast. My name is Helen, and I'm the designer behind Oblinger Maschen. If you're a new viewer, hi, welcome. I hope you like and enjoy the content. And if you're a returning viewer, I'm really happy to have you here again. In the knitting podcast, I'm talking mainly about my knitting. Today I also have some crochet project to show you, and I'm sometimes showing some video snippets from my last 2 weeks. So if you're interested, you can see them in the end of the video. We went to a football game with my brother, so it was really nice, and yes, I hope you enjoy this podcast. So I have one finished object to show you. So what I'm wearing today is my Kimse summer top. This is my own pattern. I'm finishing the pattern right now, so it will be available on Ravelry in the end of next week, so Friday the 3rd July. Now we have the end of June. This pattern will be on Ravelry. So yes, I hope that some of you maybe will knit a Kimse summer top. And in order to finish the pattern, I did film a complete tutorial on how to knit it, and that's why I have knitted for me another sample, and also because I really like it, of course. But yes, I have knitted another sample, and I have filmed a complete tutorial about how to knit the different panels, how to do the increases, and how to join the front and the back panel, how to join here under the underarm, yes, and in the end how to bind off. So you can, if you're not sure if you want to knit this, or if you're a beginner knitter and you're not sure if you're able to knit it, you can just watch the tutorial in advance. And I'm not sure when I will upload it, but it will be uploaded until next Friday. So you can first watch the tutorial and then decide if you want to knit it or not. I'm also giving some advice on how to adjust the pattern for a better fit if it's not really fitting for you, or if you cannot get gauge, then what you can adjust, where you can insert some rows or some stitches so that it will fit for you, because that's the main point, right? We want to knit pieces they're fitting for us. So yes, I have managed to finish this in time. So now I have to work on the video and then I will get it out together with the pattern next Friday on the 3rd of July. I have knitted this with Nepal. That's a cotton linen blend from Pasquale. Pasquale is a German brand. It's the color 43. It's called beige. And yes, this is a really stiff yarn. So I have in the pattern 3 different options for a hem. You can knit any hem you prefer, but I give 3 suggestions for the hem. And because the Nepal yarn is a really stiff yarn, I decided to just bind off with the Italian bind off and the 4 preparation rounds you can make to make it more tubular. I also have a video tutorial for the Italian cast on and bind off, so you can also watch this if you're interested. Yes, so that's what I have been working on the last weeks, and it really takes a lot of time to film those tutorials and to make the video. Yes, so working on the videos is really time consuming. That's why I didn't have that much time for knitting the last 2 weeks. And also I'm in the end of the test knitter process for the Kimsey summer job. And I have started last Monday the test knit for the Kimsey summer job kids version. So I have a lot to do with this. And then my knitting time is very limited, so I don't have that much to show you this time. But still, after I have finished finally my tutorial project, I casted on a new one. And I have told you last time that I had some gauge fiasco. So I was knitting this gauge swatch, and I really, really liked the fabric of this one. But I got a row gauge of 46, and I will not knit a garment with a row gauge of 46. So I tried different needles, and I had many gauge swatches. I was absolutely not happy with them. But finally I managed to knit a gauge swatch that was a compromise. So it is a bit looser, of course, and it's a bit see-through, but I think it's not too bad. And it should be a oversized summer tee, so I think I will not stretch it out. There will be no negative ease. It's a positive ease, and so I think this little see-through is not a problem, and it's not really bad. So and I finally managed a row gauge of 40, which is still a lot, but there are other patterns out there who use a row gauge of 40. So I'm pretty sure this will work. So I was really happy when I finally managed this. And then I could cast on. So I'm working at the back right now. This will be a tee, a drop shoulder design, where I have here some German short rows to shape the shoulder part, both on the back and the front. And then this is the back of the neckline, and it will have a deeper neckline here, but it will not be a V shape. It's just a deeper rounded neckline. And yes, it's a drop shoulder design, and you will not really knit any sleeves, but you will have to knit some brim, of course, so you have to pick stitches up for that and for the neckline, and otherwise it's just stockinette in the round then to the bottom. And yes, I am not really sure how I will design the neckline yet, but I have a few ideas and I have to see what will work out. And this design will be called the Simsey tee, which brings me to how I choose my names, or how I choose the names for my designs. As I mentioned, I live in a little town called Orbling. That's why I'm working with the name Orblinger Maschen, because it's just stitches from Orbling, if you want to transfer it. And this is a little town in the south of Bavaria in Germany, so we are very close to the mountains. I can see them everywhere I go. There are some mountains you can watch. Yes, and the biggest lake we have here in Bavaria is the Chiemsee. It's also sometimes referred to as the Bavarian Sea, but it is actually a lake. But it's big enough so you can sail on it, and there are some tourist boats where you can go to the different islands in the lake. There is a big castle that's built to look like Versailles. So it's more like a chateau, but you know what I mean. It's this Baroque kind of thing with all the gold and all the Baroque or Rococo. I don't know which period of time it really tries to look like, because it's actually not from that time. It's a newer one. Yes, so, but the Bavarian king at this time wanted to have a Versailles on Herrenchiemsee. That's the name of the island. And so he built that one. He also built Neuschwanstein. I guess you all know that one. That's the castle that looks like a fairy tale castle. Yes, so he was a little bit crazy, but he built a lot of castles, and that's why all the tourists come to Bavaria and watch them. And if you're here, I'm pretty sure you will end up at the Chiemsee for one day. And yes, so that's why I called it Chiemsee. It's the biggest lake we have here in the region. And I thought Simsee, which will be the name of the tea, is more the local lake here. So when we want to go to swim, we don't drive to the Chiemsee. It's actually for us a 45 minutes drive. So we have some smaller lakes here nearby where we can go by bicycle. And if we meet with some friends from the largest city here in the region is Rosenheim. So if we meet with some friends from Rosenheim, we usually go to the Simsee to go swimming. So it's a smaller lake, but yes, that will be the name of the new t-shirt. So I'm choosing names from the region here for my designs. And I think lake names or also river names will be very nice for some summer knits. And I'm thinking about some mountain names for some sweaters and pullovers. So we will see. Yes, so this was my new cast on. And I also have I don't want to call it a UFO, so it's a long time whip. A few months ago, I think, oh, one thing I forgot. I didn't mention that I knit the Simsee tee in this beautiful yarn. That's called Arctic Pearl. It's a lyocell yarn, but made out of sea cell. Also, so seagrass. That's made out of seagrass, and that's why they call it sea cell. And it's really soft, and it has 245 or 245 meters or 268 yards over 50 grams. So it's a 50-gram ball, and it's the color 16 or agave, I guess. So yes, and it's so soft. and really light and really cool to the touch. So I think this will be a perfect summer tea with Arctic Pearl. So now I'm finished with the cast on. Yes, and back to this crochet project. So I started this months ago. I'm not sure if it was January or February. I will look that up. And I decided I need a project back. And I thought I can make one my own. So this was the beginning of this one. I had several attempts to crochet the bottom, because first you could see the corners where I did increase. I did not like that, so I did it again. Then it was really wee, and the half circles were way bigger than the part here in between, the straight part in between. So I did not, I was not really satisfied with that. So that's the third attempt. I'm okay with the third attempt. It's still not perfect, but it's okay. I worked with this one, and then I crocheted upwards. I think I came until here. This was the height I managed to do, and then I came at a point where I was really unsure. I did not know if I really want to crochet all the back, or if I want to sew in some linen fabric, or yes, what will be the shape, if I want to close it, if I want to have something to pull, or if I just want to have something to overlay, or if I don't close it at all and leave it open, or yes. So I was not sure, and that's why I put it aside, and I put it on the side of the couch, and then I started to put all the whips I had in there, and that's why my husband was a bit surprised when I picked it up again last week to work on it, because he was like, I thought it will stay a basket. But no, I really wanted to have it as a bag. Maybe I picked it up because, as you can see, I have here a new shelter for my yarn. My husband was buying and building that for me, so I can put all the yarn here in the office and don't have everything on the living room. He says that he did it for me because I work most of the time in the office, but I think it's also for him. So my yarn will not be in the living room anymore. And that's why I have to organize everything here, and went through my stash and found this again, and I was like, no, I really want this as a project bag. I really have to finish it, and that's why I started again. So I'm working here with some raffia yarn. That's this one, the Rara Raffia from Wool and the Gang. It's a 100% paper yarn. Yes, I have never worked with raffia before, so I was really excited about that. And it makes a lot of fun. And but the problem is I'm still not sure how to finish it. So I will now work a few centimeters up, because I have to, this one thing I have decided, it will be a raffia bag. So there will no sew any linen fabric on the inside. It's just this raffia. But I'm not quite sure about how to finish it yet. So I will go for another few centimeters, and then I have to figure that out. So that's for my crochet project at the moment. And actually that's it. I had to do so much with the test knits, and filming and editing the tutorials, and also at the moment it's very hot, and I didn't lost my knitting mojo at all. I like knitting on my summer projects, but I have 2 little girls, and when it's that hot, so we are going swimming. And the last week I was swimming with my girls alone, so Andy was working, and that means that I cannot sit there and knit. I have to watch over them after them, because Ella is just 3 years old. She cannot swim yet. Leah can swim a bit, but when there are so many people in the pool, yes, I still have to look after her also, because you don't know what happens. So I could not bring my knitting to there. So when you spend the whole afternoon every day swimming, I only can knit in the evenings, and yes, that's why I didn't have that much knitting time. So next time I hope it will be more. But I did buy some yarn. I placed a order at Bobini. Bobini has those really big braided cords for crocheting, mainly for crocheting. I have never seen something knitted with it. This is a 5mm cord, and it's 100 meters in the color spicy yellow. And this will be a gift for my mother-in-law for her birthday. Her birthday is in September, so I have a lot of time. But I want to have it really ready on time and not starting a crochet challenge like I did with the shawl for my brother-in-law. Yes, I think I have another finished object. I will put a picture up here because I don't have it anymore. I finished just in time the shawl for my brother-in-law for his birthday, and we were driving to his birthday, and I was still finishing the shawl, and I bind it off during the period when they were preparing the barbecue downstairs in the garden. So I could not block it, but I think there's no problem. It's a garter stitch shawl, so it's really flat, and you don't have to, yeah, I think it will be fine. I hope that he enjoys it. I mean, at the moment we have over 30 degrees Celsius, so he will not use any shawl, but in the winter, and the winter will come, I hope you can enjoy his present. So yes, I have another finished object. I forgot about that. It's 2 weeks from now, so it's yeah, it has been a while since then. But this one will be for my mother-in-law, and I don't want it to be as improvised as the last one. So I ordered this very soon, and yes, I hope I can start soon casting on when I have a bit more time. So I have 4 colors of them. I have the spicy yellow, I have the ink blue, the wine red, and the pine green. And I will crochet something that you put on your table under your plates, so it looks pretty. I don't know what's the name in English. We call it Tisch set or Tisch something. Yes, so you put it on the table, and afterwards you put the plates on it, and your knife and your fork, and yes, so I will do that in different colors. I have no idea at the moment how I will start, but I will figure it out, and I hope to cast on soon when I have a bit more time. And with that, they sent me a little gift. So this was a gift that was in the parcel, also from Bobini. It's called a 3-ply macrame rope. It's 1.5mm thick, and it is in the color peony. I don't know how to how to pronounce that, but that's the name of the color. Bobini is a company from Poland, and you can also place the order directly at their website. I'm not sure. This is out of, wait, that's also out of 100% recycled cotton. So this one, so you see here, that's a 100% recycled cotton yarn. Yeah, so that's really nice. And I have never worked with those braided cords before, so I'm excited about trying it. And yes, that's one thing I bought. And I also bought a cone. It's the first time I ever bought yarn on a cone. But I thought I'd give it a try. This one is the super soft 100% wool from Holst. Holst is a brand from Denmark. I think it's Denmark, yes, should be. They are called Holst Garn. And yes, it's actually cheaper to buy them on cones. And I wanted to try the super soft yarn. It is not really super soft. It's 100% wool, but it's not really super soft as the name implies, but it will soften when washing. At the moment it smells a bit. It's because there's still some spinning oil in it. So yeah, the smell will get better and it will soften a bit, but it will still not be super soft. That's just the name of the yarn. And so they sell their yarns on cakes. You can buy it as cakes. Some will be on balls, and some you can also purchase on cones directly from their website. So they sell super soft, the wool yarn on cones, and also I think, I'm not sure how they call it, but that's their wool cotton blend. They sell that also on cones. So this is a 500 gram cone and a fingering weight yarn. So I'm pretty sure, and it was on sale. This color was on sale. I'm guessing that they are making a new dyeing lot, and that's why they wanted to get rid of the old ones. And so this dyeing lot was on sale, so it was even cheaper. The cones are always a bit cheaper than buying the same amount of yarn on cakes or balls, so that's really nice. You don't have to weave any ends in because it's just a really long you know what I mean. You don't have any interruptions, so yes, that's really nice. I don't have to weave any ends. I hope that this one will become a sweater for me, but I will start it later. I think it's so hot at the moment that I'm not really feeling the motor to knit on woolly things, but yes, this will be a sweater. And I think that's it for today. This was a short episode, but I hope you still enjoyed it. As I said, there will be some video snippets from our last 2 weeks. If you're interested, you can watch this. If not, I hope I see you next time. If you like the video, please hit the like button and subscribe. And then I will see you next time. Bye.